chatting to everybody. Basically the idea is you don't have to stay sitting down all day, there's cake and roots over there, all mingling. So just get up and walk around and talk to everybody. But we're also going to be doing some mini panels, which I will come back to.
We're going to do some readings, some mini panel readings. We've been backwards and forwards about the best way to do it, because obviously we've got 34 authors and we've got a limited amount of time. So we thought the best and the most fun way of doing it will be we're going to have 4 authors every 20 minutes. We're going to give them 3 minutes to speak. If we go over it, they're just going to be in charge of the time maybe. After that, we'll have 2 turns at the time of 6 minutes of questions, and then we'll be on to the next 4. So hopefully it will work out a bit fun. You know, we're not here to take it seriously and all that blah. So it's blank at the minute, so we're going to just draw names out of. I was going to bring a hat, but I'm some.
But not even the nastiest person deserves this. Of course, Daisy doesn't see it like that. To her, crimes are not real things to be upset about. She's only interested in the fact that something has happened, and she wants to understand what it means. So do I, of course. I wouldn't be a proper member of the Detective Society if I didn't. But no matter how hard I try, I can't only think like a detective. The fact is, Daisy and I will both need to think like detectives again. You see, just now we are...
The only thing he said the whole time we were there, I was half home, half building, and I was pushing out in the work. The fact that we didn't practically strangers as well. We never did.
Confined care to a bubble of safety, no friends, no fun, no life. But when a knife attack on Celia has unexpected consequences, her mum reacts strangely, and suddenly they're on the run. Why is her mum so scared? Someone out there knows. And when they find Celia, she's going to wish the truth was a lie. And then Blood Tracks is another fantastically gripping, twisting jigsaw of a thriller. And it's lovely to meet you all. Come and find me if you want.
This is a bully. He doesn't care who from her. Overweight and awkward Jess is an easy target. But then Jess discovers someone who will stand up for her. The problem? He's Kez's boyfriend. Things are about to get nasty. This is a book about dual narrative. It is about bullying from 2 perspectives, and it shows you that there is always 2 victims in everything. So just to show you that there's more to the story usually.
This is my latest book, which came out last July, Lies Like Love. My first microphone. My first book was called Black Heart Blue. As you can see, I like alliteration. That's one of my favourite things in a book. But seriously, this is a book about a girl whose mother.
And imagine that the boy that bullies you for your whole life gets murdered. Imagine he finds you in the school corridors. Imagine that before you can escape him, he's put a black mark on your skin. Only you know that he's dead. Only you know that he's been murdered. And he has no idea who his murderer is. There we are. Grows its own veg and things like that. And it's run by witches. Okay, but they're proper witches. Our protagonist is Danny. He's a bit of a cheeky cocksure know-it-all. And he goes on a journey and finds that, in fact, although he thinks magic is a bit crap, he gets involved with it himself and becomes a witch. That's it.
Hi, I'm Sarah Sky, and I'm co-red lipstick and fashion assassin, and the first book in the Jessica Cole series. A teenager who, first of all, her father goes missing.
About a boy who apparently leads a charmed life. He is... I've had a mental block. You stop the clock. Right.
I wasn't going to do this, but yeah, just thanks ever so much to all the authors for joining in and coming down, and all the bloggers and lovely people who've joined in and made it such a lot of fun, which was what we wanted it to be more than anything, was to be fun. But huge thanks to my partner in crime, Emma, because this just came from nowhere, and we've been absolutely overwhelmed by the response of it. Something that's gone from what if to this is really amazing. So thank you, Emma.
Well, thank you, Kerry, for being my partner in crime and helping me out with this, and just everything really, because we couldn't have done it without you, and it's been brilliant. So thank you.
not over yet. We have one more panel to go. So who was left? It was a secret. He won't tell anything about himself, and it's all very mysterious. And it's also set in Sheffield. If anybody's ever been to Meadowhall Shopping Centre, that features heavily, and is now known as the Torture House.
Okay, I haven't prepared anything whatsoever, so I'll just talk really quickly. So, author of two published novels, A Brighter Fear, which is about a teenage girl, Lena, growing up in Baghdad when the war broke out in 2003, and about her struggle to make a future for herself. It's kind of inspired by my own children were teenagers at the time, and I wondered what would happen to their futures if you were suddenly attacked and all the hope was taken from you. The second one is A Dream of Lights, which is set in North Korea, about a girl struggling through North Korea as she finds out the truth about her country. It was really inspiring because I'm nosy, and you kind of hear all these stories about North Korea and wonder if they're true or not. Found out an awful lot of very horrible things, but also very inspired by the strength of people and the will to survive and to make a life for themselves if you truly want to and truly overcome things. So I hope it's a story of hope and determination. Yeah, done.
Can you tell me if either of you have any strange or peculiar motives, and how many words you do a day?
Well, I try and do 1,000 words a day when I'm working, just because I can be really lazy, and if I don't set myself a word count, I would just sit and play on Facebook forever, so I try and make myself do a word count. I don't think I've got any strange writing habits, but I do tend to stay in my pyjamas for a lot of the day, which can be a bit embarrassing when the postman turns up. I don't know if that's strange or just lazy, but there you go.
I think it's lazy. I've got a very comfy onesie. Do I have any? No, not really. I have a very small office and I have a slopey roof next to it. I don't have any windows, and it's kind of isolating. But I take pictures of what I'm working on this day. I don't give myself a word count as such per day, but I do have specific points I want to reach in the story. It kind of tends to be around school holidays with having kids, so you kind of think I want to be at that point by autumn, half term, and that point by Christmas. So it tends to revolve around academic year.
I've heard a lot of mums complaining about how stressful it is to do this. So, how stressful is it organising this?
How stressful is it organising the UKYApublic extravaganza? I wouldn't say it's stressful actually, because, like I said, it just started with me and Kerry. We did an event at Lincoln Waterstones together with another author called Dublin, and it was a lot of fun. We just afterwards thought we'd really like to do this again, maybe at a big Waterstones, and maybe have 4 or 5 authors, perhaps get 40 people, and then we started putting feelers out, and just everybody wanted to come. So we thought, right, let's go with it. We contacted Birmingham, and we knew there was people doing YA events, and they just said, yeah, the more the merrier, come along. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And I think the good thing is we didn't know what we were letting ourselves in for in terms of the work, so we just kind of did it without worrying about it. And it was a bit nerve-wracking last night, thinking, like, is everybody going to turn up? Is everybody going to enjoy themselves? How's the day going to go? But I think, I don't know, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We certainly have. And also, if anybody's on Twitter, keep an eye on the UKYApublic extravaganza hashtag on Monday night. That's all I'm saying. There's going to be something that's going to be announced.
Anyone else? Any other questions?
Books are set in places that forgive me for assuming that it probably happened there, especially if it's dangerous. How do you kind of get into the mindset of what those places really are?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. 2016, when I was writing A Brighter Fear, I wasn't published, and so the idea of going anywhere to write a novel is kind of just ridiculous, really. And I did think about going to North Korea, but if you go as a visitor, you're escorted around by a government official, so you don't really get to see the country in its true light anyway. So it just came down to a lot of different kind of research. So I read a lot of books from different perspectives to get as wide as picture as I could. You can find a lot if you do a bit of digging. I found sneaked out video clips on YouTube and things like that. But somebody said to me that you should never write about somewhere that. Thanks again, everybody, for coming. As Waterstone said, they're not chucking us out, so please stay, drink and eat and chat and enjoy yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all again soon. Thank you very much for coming.